It's always an exciting time when Coachella drops the lineup poster for the music festival every January. We've had some amazing African representation at Coachella, the likes of Sampa the Great from Zambia, Mr. Easy, Ashake and Burna Boy from Nigeria, Aya Nakamura, who's Mali and French, Black Coffee from South Africa, and lots more. This time around, the 2024 lineup looks quite interesting, and I'll be going through the African acts you can expect to see at the festival this year later in April, and a comparison with last year's African cast. Buckle up, this is the no BS version. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. 2023's Coachella lineup had some amazing acts, and I mean, look at this. Burna Boy, Nigeria, and he was right up there. He was almost a headliner, almost. Uncle Waffles from Eswatini, Kyle Watson from South Africa, who's a house music producer, and Jupiter and Oquest from DRC, who've been doing this music thing since 1990, believe it or not. That was undoubtedly a fire lineup for 2023 representing Africa. I mean, Burna Boy on the back of his Grammy nominations and win, and also everything he's been doing in the music industry, particularly in the last 3 years. I feel like Burna Boy, he just put on those afterburners, man, and he was like, I'm gonna leave the rest of you behind. I'm after something. And he's stayed true to it for the last 3-4 years. And obviously, Uncle Waffles representing Eswatini. I think she would be the first artist from Eswatini to feature at Coachella, which is huge. And also giving Coachella the taste of Amapiano as it's rising as a genre. Now, let's look at the 2024 Coachella lineup and maybe do a bit of a comparison with the 2023 list. The first thing that stands out is when you look at the headliners and then the lines below that. Last year, Burna Boy was in the first line of acts right below the headliner, which is like, these are your top tier musicians. This year, we don't have any African act on that list, and I don't know. It makes me feel some type of way because with the way African music has just been really coming up, you know, I don't know. I expected to see somebody from Africa on that first line. However, on the second line, we've got Tyler from South Africa and we've got Thames from Nigeria. Tyler will be performing on the Friday dates and Thames will be performing on the Sunday dates. Besides those two, we also have Spinel from Nigeria, who's performing on the Saturday dates, and then Mdu Mokhtar from Niger, who's performing on the Sunday dates. And I think it's phenomenal to have somebody like Mdu Mokhtar from Niger performing at Coachella. And if you don't know Mdu Mokhtar, he's a Tuareg guitarist and songwriter doing contemporary rock music together with his band, and they are Niger based. There's also South African-born British artist Kenya Grace on this list too. Essentially comparing with last year, there's maintenance of momentum, if you want to call it that. 4 acts from the continent, same as last year, so it's kind of the same thing. And if we take it back a little bit, I think 2022 had Black Coffee and Sampa the Great. So, you know, it's nice to see more and more acts being invited to the platform. The challenge is to continue growing our star and the quality of the music to get us to 6 acts or even more next year. On the other hand, in general, I kind of feel like this year's Coachella lineup, just in general, is not as great or as awesome as last year's, for example. I just feel like the general cast this year, I don't know, something is missing. It doesn't have that thing, Yana. But I'd love to know what you think about the 2024 Coachella lineup, and what do you also think about Africa's representation at Coachella? I think we've got some great talent there, so I'd love to know your thoughts. Please leave a comment below and we can have a healthy discussion around this. Otherwise, that's it for me. My name is MJ Wemoto, son of Zimbabwe, signing out. Peace. Ndai.